Hey everybody, it's Tina Campbell, the New York regional partner of Master Networks, and we're here. We're talking with many of our members for these lunch and learns because we're really trying to help people, especially business people, kind of grow and even pivot during this difficult time and even beyond. I think a lot of these lunch and learns really will stand the test of time going forward. I and then absolutely transitioning to kind of our new normal, whatever that's going to be. So today we're going to be learning about health and wellness, and she'll tell you more about it. Carolyn Moss is here, and she's doing 6 tips and tricks to stay healthy right now. Welcome, Carolyn. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, Tina. How are you?
Great.
We're hunkering down, but I'm a home business, so I'm used to being in.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm dealing with it. Actually, I'm busier than ever. So
Yeah.
I'm sharing my healthy tips. Before I do that, I'll just share a little bit about who I am.
Awesome.
I'm a retired teacher. I was a middle school art teacher, and I taught for many years, retired in 2013. But in 1994, a substitute teacher came in and started talking all about these cleaning products, better for your health, better for your lungs, good for the planet. And that was my intro to Shaklee. And my daughter and I both had asthma. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna stick on this journey to see if I can clear up our asthma naturally. And literally, it was amazing for me, the transformation. And when you take care of yourself, your body was really meant to heal itself. So that put me on this journey. I've been on this very wonderful journey since 1994
Wow.
on giving tips on how to stay healthy and what to do. So my 6 tips are pretty basic. I think most people think that they should be doing this, but sleep. When I was teaching full time and sharing Shaklee and coaching CCD classes and coaching soccer and doing all that, I never got my full sleep. As much as I was on my journey, I never got the full sleep. So I really try very hard to get at least 7 hours sleep a night now. Really important. That is when your body rests. That's when your body heals. That's also very interesting. They see people don't get enough sleep, tend to have more trouble losing weight, which is probably the one that I was most interested in. Like, oh, really?
Right.
I should get more sleep. So sleep is very, very important. You need to let your body rest and heal, and at least 7 hours is important. Little kids need more, like 10 to 12 when they're really little.
Yeah.
So sleep,
Question for you.
yeah,
So, like, so one of the things, have you ever seen on the phone nowadays, some of the smartphones actually tell, like, back into that number? I just wanted to mention that. Like, my phone tells me if I want to get 7 hours, it's telling me to go to bed at a certain time. And
really,
yeah, it's right in for if I know the iPhones have it, so it's actually kind of like a sleep timer.
to
And it's
go
a
in.
whole thing. Yeah, it tells me when I need to be going to sleep.
Because you've put in how many hours. That's
Yeah.
really, see, that's how important it is become for people to realize. And it's something we just like say, oh, I know I should, but I don't. And a lot of Americans, especially when we're aging, little things break down in our system. Who would ever think it's because you didn't give yourself enough sleep all these years? Like there are little things we can do that really benefit as we age, so we can age gracefully. Nobody ever wants to, we call it living younger longer. The number is not important, but living to your fullest, so that number is what really counts. So
That's
that's a
amazing.
good thing. I'll have to look on the phone. I didn't
Yeah, I
realize.
can show that to you and anybody
Uh,
else if
yeah,
they're interested.
that's something very interesting to add. Drinking water. This is something people never, ever, ever. They all say, "Oh yeah, I drink water. I drink water." They don't drink enough water.
I know.
Minimum 6 to 8 glasses a day. I recommend people to, when you wake up, before you do anything, you drink a glass of water, preferably warm with lemon. That's really good for you. It's like a detoxifier. So that would be even a better way to start. But drink a full glass of water. You haven't had anything to drink in hopefully at least 7 or 8 hours because you've been sleeping. Your body needs water. Don't ever wait till you're thirsty. Drink that water when you wake up. Yes, people say, oh, coffee is dehydrating. You can have your coffee. You can drink other things. Do not drink. Obviously, I think most of us know now, do not drink soda. Stay away from soda.
Oh yeah.
What's worse than soda that's loaded with sugar is diet soda, which is loaded with aspartame or Splenda or something worse for you. So drink water, drink herbal teas. Come up with something that you like to drink. If you want, flavored seltzers are very in now because they're like, if you feel like you're drinking soda, and there's a little flavor to them. Drink a lot of fluids all day. Our body is made up of mostly a liquid. We need water, so everything runs well. So very, very important. I also suggest you don't drink from bottled water. People say, oh, I know I'm not supposed to leave that plastic bottle in my car. I don't let it get warm. And I go, that's all well and good. But when it was manufactured, where was it? It was in a warehouse. Was the warehouse hot? It was in a truck. Was it delivered in the summer when it was 99 degrees out? So you don't know where that water has been. And the plastics in water are leaching into your water supply. And in reality, besides filling up our landfills or plastics or having carcinogens in your water, it's expensive. You should be able to get water and just filter it yourself. I don't say drink from the tap because there's a lot of stuff in tap water, but you can use filter. There's so many, we have we have a pitcher. A lot of people have a pitcher. Shaklee has one. There are many out there because they do know you need to filter your water. But buying it from the plastics is not what I recommend. And it's really filling up landfills. It's so much cheaper to use your own water and to filter it and get a container that's glass or a stainless steel and carry it that way. Don't carry it in plastic. Obviously, BPA free is always very important. Make sure everything is. But still, I don't recommend the plastic. You don't know where that bottle was before you got it. So that's my tip on water. Drink a lot of it. If you drink even before you eat, like drinking people say, well, I drink with my meals. Drink all day long. You can sip it, you can drink it. Really an important thing to add in, which is simple but true. Probably the most important thing I'm putting up there as number 3 is stay positive. A positive attitude is what really keeps your body working properly. If you are stressed, and to be perfectly honest with you, sometimes stress is like good stress, like you're planning a wedding or planning a christening or like sometimes it's good stuff, but it still stresses your body. So whatever you're doing, stay positive through it and always do something every day to keep a positive attitude. Your immune system works really well when it is in a positive frame of mind. Your mindset is amazing. So how do you stay positive? I'll start with positive for yourself is how do you take care of yourself? Exercise, at least 10 minutes, stretching, whatever. All of us are home now. A lot of us go to a gym or like I'm 65 now, so I do silver sneakers and I really love the class. It doesn't kill me, but it's really solid and it's not hurting your knees or anything.
Is that online? Is that
no? It's at a gym, but it's like easy stretching and light weights. If you don't have weights at home, use like cans of something. Just moving and stretching and keeping your muscles going. Sitting and standing and sitting and standing, getting your knees to work. So if you can't go to a class right now, there are so many things online that I'm sure people can go through and find. And if they don't find any of that stuff, just create your own. I think everybody has always somewhere along the line gone to some exercise class or did some program. I used to do Dancing with the Oldies. I'm dating myself with
Richard Simmons.
Mr. Simmons, thank you. Yeah. And like whatever you did to keep your body moving, your muscles work better. It makes you feel more positive because of the energy that you're putting into your exercise.
Endorphins, right?
The endorphins are usually very important. Walking is probably the best exercise. It's actually better than running because it's not hurting your knees. Because a lot of runners who love running, they do have knee problems as they get older because you're pounding on your knees. So walking is the absolute best. So when people say, oh, I just walk, no, walking is fabulous. And weight-bearing exercise is really important for your bone density. So it is really important to walk, and it's important to do a little bit of weights, and you'll feel better. Even if it's 10 minutes a day, and a 10-minute walk or whatever. Biking is fabulous, but that is really, really important. So always do something for that. Take time for yourself in personal growth. Personal care as in take some deep breaths. Some people do yoga and some people do meditation. Fabulous. You can go online, like you were saying, like there's Calm, there's a lot of things that you can put in your phone because you need to relax. People always say, I don't have time. Literally, we have time for anything we really want to have time for. That's the way it works. My response to anybody who says, I don't have time, I tell them, some people in the 24 hours they're given can rule a whole country or take care of an entire industry. and other people can't handle getting in the shower because they have 3 kids. You know, like it's the same 24 hours. So it doesn't have to be a lot of time, just a little time to relax, deep breaths in, deep breaths out, just to help you relax, even 6 of them, at a time. What does that take? 2 minutes? So you do have time, make time for you, because if you're not feeling well and doing good for yourself, it's really hard to always give out to other people if you're draining yourself.
You
So
know,
self-help.
I was just going to say one thing. Do you know when you just told, you said to take a deep breath? I just took a deep breath. And hopefully everybody who's watching this will take a deep breath. And when you realize that you're not taking deep breaths, I just
No, you're
realized
not.
how it's so shallow. That's
Yep.
what's happening right now. And that's also stress. So
Yep.
I think, taking the deep breaths even right now while we're talking is
Mhm.
great because then you
It's
kind of
amazing how
flush
shallow
it
your
out.
breathing is.
Yes, it's
Yep.
incredible. I just wanted to
Yeah.
mention that because it's something whenever somebody says take a deep breath, and I'm realizing, and you're, that and how shallow it is, and again, that's not good
That's
for you.
interesting. And I just watched this guy who does sound, how sound helps with your health. And he says, breathe in really deeply, close your back teeth, and hum out until you have actually no breath left. And it's really relaxing too. So that's another thing you can try for the deep breathing.
And it's
It's
good for
amazing.
going. It's good for going to sleep, right? Doing the deep breathing.
Yep.
I've heard some.
Yep.
There's some people talking about different breath
Yep.
um, kind of things you can do, and that will relax you in order to get to sleep.
Yep.
So I just wanted to mention that because
And
I couldn't believe just a second ago how I just realized I wasn't
we
doing
don't. We do these quick breaths in and out because we're busy. We're busy. We're busy. So just take a little time to focus. Another part of self-help, which is huge, is if you can take time and read a book for yourself. Do a podcast or a video clip about personal growth, even if it's a 2-minute video, or, there are so many people I'm sure follow on Instagram, different speakers. I love Brendan Bouchard. I listen to Mel Robbins. I listen
Yes.
to, Rachel
How about
Hollis.
how about Brene Brown?
Yep, Brene Brown's excellent.
Yeah.
John Maxwell, I love John Maxwell. So
Love John Maxwell.
there are so many people that you can listen to a very quick little podcast, and you go, it kind of helps you center and move on. So that's really important. In this realm of personal health, start every day with an affirmation. Make it a good one. And if you keep that in your head all day, that keeps you positive, and that keeps you somewhere going toward your goal, which is all about your health. It is about building your health, because your immune system stays strong, your energy stays up, and your mindset is strong. So start with an affirmation.
Hold on a second. Let me interrupt you for a second. So tell me, because for those people that don't know what an affirmation is,
Okay.
could it be an I am statement, meaning that you're being positive about something, or could it be gratitude? Tell me which one.
Well, the affirmation that I do in the morning is an I am, because you want to live it right now. Even if it's something you don't think you're in right now, I am. So if you're working toward a goal, you can say, you're losing weight. I'm a lean, burning fat machine, or, like right now, even if you've been saying, I want to diet, you can't do it. I am, today I wrote, I'm the master of my to-do list. So I started out that day. So now I have to live that affirmation all day. So start in the present. Your brain wants to hear it now, even if you're not there. If you are like shooting for something where you're going to like walk across the stage for something, I am walking across that stage with that whatever in my hand. I'm wearing a bright red dress. I see it. I'm living it.
Yeah.
If you do that affirmation, your body's you're working toward it automatically. It's all subconscious, but that affirmation counts. And the best thing you can do is hang your affirmations up so you see it wherever you are, like one on the bathroom mirror, one in the kitchen.
So you put
And then you say it.
Post-its or Post-it notes.
You can Post-its are fabulous. Yeah, you can post it. And then the flip side of what you just said, not the flip side, the other end of the day, if everybody could go to bed and write a journal, 2 entries, a gratitude journal of something they were grateful for that day, you will sleep better. You'll be able to fall asleep better, and you go to sleep with happy thoughts. I tell people, don't ever watch the news before you go to bed. It's the worst thing. My advice to many of my customers that I've been working with through this whole coronavirus is turn off the TV, news. Don't watch anything news related, and put on a Hallmark movie. This is what I keep telling. That's my advice for everybody. Just don't watch it. It's making you crazy. Yes, you need to watch one thing that you're updated on what's going on.
Informed,
Okay.
yeah.
You're informed, but that's it, because
Yeah.
it's draining people, and then more people are going to get sick because their immune systems are down because they're
Yeah,
stressing themselves.
it's a circle, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
staying positive, staying healthy. So start your day with an affirmation, go to bed with gratitude, and your whole body is going to work better. That's just the way it goes. And then the last part, I'm not sure how I'm doing with time. What's
Great,
really
that's
important,
perfect.
okay, in the six basic steps is stay connected. Man was not meant to live alone. We are right now, we're a little bit more isolated, so it's really important to stay connected, but we are connected all day with people. So stay connected with, we started already with ourselves. Okay, that's good, but now stay connected with your family, stay connected with Master Networks, that you're doing this, that's keeping us all on Zoom. So we're not saying we're just canceled our meetings. Staying connected is so important. Call a friend every day. Volunteer for something. If you're going out to do an errand, stay connected with the person. Like those people who are working at the supermarket, they're working for us. Make sure you stay
Say
connected with
thank
them, and you
you.
say thank you, and you make them smile, and you appreciate them.
Yeah.
You walk away with more than you've given. So if you can stay connected with people, there are books called the Blue Zone books. Dan Buettner is a National Geographic writer, I think is his name. And he wrote about people who lived into their hundreds, how they did it. Basically, it's like my tips. It was sleep, exercise, stay connected with family, friends, social beings, and faith, whatever that was for you. And make sure every day you wake up with some passion, some motivation to do something for other than you.
Yep.
And doing that was the thread of why people live to be 100 years old. They're literally doing service for other people. It's that practice random acts of kindness. If you haven't ever read the book, it's a great little book to read, or we do them all the time anyway.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, pay it forward. Absolutely pay it forward. As a matter of fact, my pay it forward, what I just started the end of March for a 30-day challenge, was paying it forward. I call my business actually my pay it forward business, because somebody introduced it to me. And now I feel like I have the need to pay it forward to other people.
Yeah.
I have to share it. What people do with it is up to them, but at least you've paid it forward.
So you're doing this because this is really interesting. But so you're saying that I believe you told me you have more tips than this, and you're
Oh yeah.
actually doing like kind of one a day for the 30-day challenge. Is
Oh
that
yeah.
correct?
This is it. I made a sheet up. It looks like this. I will certainly send it to you if you want to put it out there for people.
That's
And
great.
I, who am very much not social media comfortable,
Yes.
I stepped out of my comfort zone and I started a private Facebook page. For me, that was
Fantastic.
huge. And I have to give a plug right here to Maggie Carey. She was nice enough last week to offer, she called it Tech Tips at 2. And at 2 o'clock, she opened it up for anybody who wanted to get some tech tips.
Yeah, she's
And
doing
it was
that
free.
weekly.
She did it 5 days in a row. I listened to every one of hers. And on Friday, I said, you know what? She's empowered me. I've got a little bit more knowledge. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So I actually did this Facebook page because I started doing this and I was telling people about it through email. Then I was thinking, how am I going to get to enough people? So I said, you know what? I was trying to send a video that I did and trying to send MP4s on my computer. I think I was going to crash it. It wasn't working well. So I said, I've got to come up with another way to be able to put this video out there. And I thought, Facebook Live. Oh, how do I do that? So I did it.
But what's amazing is so first of all, we're going to put your links at the in the comments section below this video, and you'll be able to contact you for if they want to be involved in this 30-day challenge. I just want to end with how many people you thought and started with on this group and how many people you have now, because you put yourself out of your comfort zone into a Facebook, situation that you weren't comfortable. Tell us how many you started with and how many you have now. People.
The way it started was my idea. It was the end of March. It was Sunday, the last Sunday before April 1st. And I said, I've got to do something. I'm going to do a 30-day challenge starting April 1st. So I was emailing people in my group, my friends, whatever. I kept emailing people, get on Wednesday night. I'm going to do this Zoom. and it's a challenge. That was where I said to them, that's the only place you're going to see my business being shared with you, because the Zooms will have something to do with my Shaklee business, immunity and health and whatever. And I joked and I said, I'm giving you a list of things that are 1 point each, but I'm going to stack the deck. And if you watch my Zoom, I'm going to give you 5 points. And then I'm giving them prizes every week. So that was my goal. And I thought, I'm trying to email. Who should I email? Who should I email? And then 5 people said they were going to be on the Zoom.
And how many
Sorry,
now?
all 5 of those people didn't get on the Zoom, but 9 other people did. 9 other people who didn't say they were going to be on showed up.
That's incredible.
When I got done on my Zoom, I said, now the 5 people who said they were going to be on, I don't know why they didn't get on. I'm going to send them the recording. And it took like 15 minutes for me to download, because it was for 45-minute Zoom. So I said, okay, this is not going to work. I can't keep sending this video to anybody. How am I going to do this? And that was Wednesday night, so Thursday. And then Maggie did this thing, and I said, you know what? I'm going to attempt to get it on. And I did. So I started with, the first day I started, there were the initial 9 people who were on my video. I put them into the group. And as of today, it's 54 people.
Wow,
I'm so excited, because
awesome.
It's all doing good. It's just all feel good stuff.
Right.
And if we stay positive.
And it's making you feel good.
Oh, I'm feeling so great with this. I'm going in every day. We're getting people. We had a woman take a walk out in California, and there was all chalk, beautiful sidewalk chalk, and beautiful designs. She took pictures of it for people.
Fantastic.
Somebody else did a little talk, which was really interesting, about breathing. It was a kid's song about keeping myself healthy, and whatever the tune was, the woman said, if your kids pick it up and start singing it, it is a tool to breathe in and breathe out, because you can never teach a kid how to do proper breathing. Like, it's hard to say to a kid, okay, full breath in. So she said, it's really good, and it's really catchy. So I have a video. My daughter, who joined this group with me, she did it. She played it for my grandson, who's 2. He's on the picture at the top of my Facebook.
Great.
And he's sitting there at the kitchen table, loving it. I said, this is pure joy. We're bringing joy to people.
Well, that's all
it's
you
just
could
fun
do,
to watch.
So I just want to say thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you. And you know what? You're always so full of life and just life and light. And I just want to say thank you so much, Carolyn. I really appreciate you coming on with me and taking the time. And just knowing that, you know, you're trying to help other people, and we'll put all the information on the bottom of the comments. So thank you.
Thank you. You know what? I appreciate you giving me this opportunity. And in reality, I've been telling people for most of my life, live every day as if it's your last, because I know so many people who go, I wish I had, but now, you know, I'm too old that I can't, or my muscles hurt too much that I don't want to travel. Whatever it was, they saved all their life for what they were going to do later.
Right.
And that didn't happen. Later didn't exist for a lot of people.
What you're really saying, and maybe we'll end with this, is later is now.
Later is now.
So thank you so much. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. And we'll get the information to everybody in the comments section.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it.